Kenny Thompson home saying, comb your hair, son, it looks all right, you know, just take it in. But I've seen the goal a number of times. I rose above the defender, powerful header down, bounced top of the goal, went straight in the goal, no problem at all. It didn't hit the head, it was the power.
How good was that fight back though? Because we were 2-0 down at half time.
Yeah, Clive Clark got 2 goals, and I think we were very resolute. Third division champions, second division, you know, we were very confident playing at Wembley. I think we played very well, and Alex Stock said, we're playing well enough, just keep grinding away and we'll get back into the game.
Can we ask your brother there, how did people tell you apart in those days?
They didn't, in actual fact. But you just get on with it, you know. I walk down the street, they call me Rog, I say I'm not Rog, I'm here, and you get fed up. So you just say, yeah, I am Rog, and get on with it.
And obviously, at one point, I think you decided to have different haircuts, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a problem. We had a problem because we like to be a little bit different, and I remember Les Allen fired me because he wouldn't let me go in the team photographs because I didn't have my hair cut properly. And I sat outside and I had, at the time, it was quite a lot, I had 12 photographers taking pictures of me because I wasn't in the pictures. So it was quite good afterwards.
Okay, and a quick word with Mark Lazarus, who scored the winning goal in the '67 League Cup final. Mark, what do you remember? What do you remember of that goal? What do you remember of the goal?
I remember everything about the goal. Played to me by Ronnie Hunt through the middle. I tried a 1-2 with Ronnie. He shouldn't have gone for the 1-2, being the centre half. And I flicked it up, it came down with a lot of spin on it, the ball. And Ronnie went into the tackle with the goalkeeper, and the ball just came out, and I just fell at my feet, really. And I just put it away with my left foot.
So that was great, and somebody's asked here, do you remember the name of the newsagent you went in the next day to buy all the papers, because he was in here when you went in?
Mr. Patel, yeah.
That was from Nigel Olive. He reckons it was called the Morgans, no relative of the Morgan twins, but the newsagent was called the Morgans. What about Alex Stock? How good a manager was he? Legend.
Well, naturally, I've got to speak the world about Alec, haven't I? When he signed me 3 times, he thought I was a good player. And it's only when you... Good managers are people that, if you're playing in a football team and you're getting picked every week, and they think you're a good player and good enough for them. I mean, if I was dropped after every game, or you know, I wouldn't say he was a good manager, would I? You get on with a manager because he likes the way you play. You know, all the managers out there have all got a knowledge of football. They all want to play it their own way. But if there's a player there that isn't getting in the side, or he's not thought good enough, then the manager's not a good manager for him. If he's playing you every week, he's the best manager you have.
Thanks, Mark. I think we've heard 1 or 2 people shushing. Can we have a bit of quiet around the sides of the room, because people can't hear, please? Yeah. Right, let's speak to Phil Parks. Phil, this is a question from Alan on table 15. Apart from yourself, who do you think was QPR's best goalkeeper, perhaps since you?
I would have to say David Seaman, really. Because, whatever, yeah, he said after me. I think David Seaman, the fact that you look at the England international goalkeeping situation for the last few years, and since David Seaman, we haven't actually had an England #1 who really took the position as his own, so I would have to say David Seaman, really.
Mike Galloway says, what were your thoughts about leaving us and going to West Ham?
There were very, very mixed feelings. I mean, I never ever asked for a transfer. it was made very clear to me that Jim Gregory, well, it's not so much Jim Gregory, it was his son who said that...
Nor and I, by the way.
Sorry?
Never asked for a transfer either.
Yeah, but Jim had given me permission to talk to John Marsh. And he basically, he turned around, and when John came to see me, Jim said that, ring me, and it was before the days of mobile phones, so maybe if I'd had a mobile phone in those days, I might not have gone, but Jim said, whatever you want to do, you do, but ring me before you do. I want to talk to you if you make a decision, and I did. I signed for it. John Lyle was the most amazing manager that I've ever been with. He was amazing, the guy. And the fact that it nearly came to Jim Gregory, then asked him to come to QPR, there's not many people know about, and gave him, he was going to give him a lot of money to spend on the team. He'd already asked me if I'd come back with him to QPR, and I said, of course I would. And then the West Ham board put a stop to it. But would have been an amazing event, I think, in QPR's history. But that was by and by. But Jim actually gave me permission to go. And when I did, it was a very sad day because I had 9 fantastic years, but I think they just couldn't refuse the money. Not many people know, but when Dave Sexton left to go to Man United, he actually bid 6 times to take me to Man United. And he didn't bid enough money, obviously.
Now, there's just one last question for Phil. It's a funny question from Sarah Harrison. I hope your wife's not here, Phil. She says, Sarah says, I always fancied you when I used to watch you at the Loft. Are your hands really that big?
That's for you to wonder and for me to know.
Oh, and one more from Tim Mason. If you were on Come Dine With Me, what would you cook?
What would I cook? Absolutely nothing, because I'm useless. I'd probably just open a nice bottle of Rioja and sit there and enjoy that.
And Dave Cunnington says, you played the same number of games for QPR and West Ham. He says, what is it that makes Rangers better than the Ham?
2 sides, very, very similar. Very family clubs, very close, very, very orientated with the fans. I think they've both got amazing fans. It's very difficult for me to sit, and if they get promotion, West Ham stay up next year because I still work at West Ham, and if they get promotion, then I normally, when the teams come to West Ham, I slag them off, especially Liverpool. I love slagging Liverpool. And West Ham beat them this year. I've been waiting 35 years to get a result against Liverpool, and it was great for me this year. QPR come to Upton Park next year, then obviously I'll get a foot in both camps, and I've got to be straight down the line. So.
Absolutely. Thanks, Phil. Let's speak now to Stan Bowles. Stan, from Dave on table number 8, what do you think of Adel Taarabt?
He's a very good player. I mean, I don't watch football normally, but the last 7 or 8 weeks I've been going to watch him. He's a fantastic player. I like to shake his hand when I see him, but there you are.
Fantastic. The next one from Brian Rowe on table 7. Stan, do you have any views looking back on Jim Gregory?
Oh, Jim Gregory, well, I'd have to say, when I was at QPR, I put in 33 requests for transfer, and he used to throw them in the drawer. Get me on the champagne, give me a few quid, and there's people in here that know that story anyway. Jim Gregory was my favourite man of all time. I gave him one of my caps when I could do with getting it back now, and it was dead now.
From Bob on from Bob on table 15, apart from yourself, who was the best player in your era?
Where?
Best player apart from yourself?
At QPR?
In the league in general or international?
Well, it has to be Jerry Francis, hasn't it? Yeah, me and Jerry Francis I only played with him for 10 minutes in training when I joined them. And me and Jerry was playing the same when I came from Man City, where you had to play, you had to win, but you had to put on the style as well. And me and Jerry did it.
Fantastic. Who, from Peter White on table 16, who was the best manager you ever played for?
It wasn't Tommy Docherty, I'll fucking tell you.